identity consists of many parts.
There are a lot of like-minded creative people, and that's why I love Berlin so much.
And sometimes, those parts take time to come together.
You can do whatever you want and people don't look at you in a weird way.
I'm Jessica Nabango, and today I'm in Berlin to meet up with 3 Turkish-German artists to learn how the city supports them in finding community, creativity, and helps them in reconciling their many identities. I'm starting my visit with Harun, who's found the space to create by avoiding expectations and labels.
Welcome to Berlin.
Thank you. This is such a gorgeous meeting place.
Isn't it? Yeah, we're actually in the middle of Kreuzberg.
Okay.
Yeah, the middle of the multicultural hub, basically. So like the artsy scene in Istanbul who moved to Berlin, they call themselves the New Wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
It's really inspiring. Yeah.
So like being German and Turkish,
Yeah.
like how has your identity changed over time?
I think the good thing for me was that I was never really attached to those labels. You know, am I German or am I Turkish? So I really like to make other people question their cliches about the Turkish image or the German image. And it's really inspiring to me, and it really helps me to be creative.
So you've lived in Düsseldorf, you've lived in Istanbul, you're in Berlin. Where is home?
It's not really limited to like a geographical kind of, spot. It's more like the people around me, kind of who surrounds me, where I feel like I feel home here.
Yeah.
Hello, come in. Nice to finally meet you. Come in.
Wow, this is an incredible space.
Thank you very much.
I love it. Janelle is a textile designer who's in the process of discovering what being Turkish means to her.
I made us some tea.
Oh, and you have traditional glasses. I
of
love
course.
it. Have you always had a strong relationship with your Turkish culture and Turkish identity?
I would say I'm now in my reclaiming era. I feel it's so important for myself to know that I'm a product of where my parents were born and raised, of all of it.
I think everywhere in the world that immigrants don't have, immigrant parents don't have this idea of creativity, right? Like when you want to do something else, it's like, oh, what's wrong with these kids?
Exactly.
And then we succeed, and then they're like, oh, okay, now it's fine.
Now it's fine, exactly.
Now it's okay.
But I really have to say that without their struggles, I wouldn't have the possibility to create.
For sure.
I know that my grandmother, there was no room to create. Yeah, she had to take care of 5 kids on her own in a country where she doesn't know any language.
So what is the historic context of Turkish people in Germany? Because I know there's a lot, but how did that come to be?
There are different kind of waves of Turkish people coming to Germany. I would say my grandparents were in the first wave. We were called Gastarbeiter. Actually, they wanted to go away. They wanted to go way back to Turkey, but the kids started to grow up here. The kids started to learn the language, and the kids didn't want to go back into their villages in the Turkey because it was different. And I think this is just being a human being. We want to be part of something. We want to belong to a group and want to feel represented.
Oh my God, this looks amazing.
Right.
And what's the meaning of it?
So it actually represents my devotion to drag, of course. It's also representing like the masculinity and femininity marrying in me because I'm doing drag. And so it really represents this marriage and balance for me.
Aysan is the co-founder of Cabaret of Shadows, a Berlin drag space. Today, I get to see how their act comes to life. What is your drag personality?
I identify as drag queen, which is like in between of queen and king. Okay. It is like really having everything of femininity and masculinity, sometimes mixed, sometimes one a little bit more, but like usually it is a mixture of it, which is also something like the mixture of cultures that I'm having in my drag actually. So
Turkish Delight, where were they born?
So they were actually born in Berlin. The safer space when I came to Berlin was like a push for me to create this character and actually perform and have a stage. Yeah.
I love that. I mean, obviously being here, you're away from your family. How do you stay connected to your family back home?
A lot from WhatsApp because it is really famous in Turkey. So I came out to my family as a queer person when I'm in Berlin. So it was through WhatsApp, actually, through a 3-hour WhatsApp call.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was hard first. That's why this talk was really long, because I thought, yeah, they are gonna understand it, and then they did actually. And my mom even sent me like this jewelry for me to wear on stage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I always keep it with me, even though I'm not gonna wear it with my look today.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That must feel good.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's the best thing a queer person can have, basically.
Who we are isn't simple, but during my time in Berlin, I'm reminded that having a community, one where you feel comfortable to explore instead of explain, and show up instead of shy away, gives you the opportunity to reclaim and express all the parts that make up you.